Hope I've come home.
Alan, I knew you'd come back to me.
I tried because more than anything in the world, I wanted to be here with you. I hated leaving you the way I did, but I had no choice.
Alan,
I just couldn't find the words to explain.
None of that matters, Alan. I didn't believe anything my father said to me, but I knew you'd come back to me.
No, please.
I'm sick and dirty. I don't want you to touch me. I just had to come back and make sure that you were safe and secure. Is our son all right?
Oh, he's fine. He's sleeping, and he misses you, too. Oh, Alan, when are you going to come back to us so I can hold you and kiss you and hold you all night in my arms?
I don't know if it'll ever be that way for us again.
But why, Alan? You know how much I need you, how much I depend on you. And think of Alan Michael, how much he needs you, too.
And I need both of you, but our life here together in Springfield may be gone forever.
But, Alan, don't you know where you are? We're not in Springfield. We're in our villa in Tenerife. Alan, I mean, did you think that I would leave you knowing how much I love you? If we can't go back to Springfield, we can spend the rest of our lives here, raise our son in these beautiful mountains, and nobody will ever find us.
Oh, I'd like that more than anything.
Hope I brought proof. This is the gun that killed Joe Bradley, and these are the tapes that link Alan with Roger Thorpe.
Alan, tell me it isn't true.
You see, Hope, he can't say anything because he knows it's the truth.
Alan, I believed in you. I even turned against my family for you, and now I find out that I hate you, Alan.
No, Hope, please, listen.
No, go away and don't ever come back again. I don't ever want our son to know what kind of a man his father is.
I don't ever want you to hurt my daughter again.
Hope. Hope.
I hate you.
Hope.
I hate you, hate you, hate you.
Hope. Hope.
Paco, Paco, ayúdame. Me quiero levantar.
I am about an hour out of Las Palmas. Request lights on landing pad.
Of course, you will have them. Senor Jennings is here with me, and he is anxious to know if you have the American with you, who was to be waiting at the Guardians of Tede. Esteban, come in.
I waited till dark as you instructed, but the wind picked up and I had to get the cutter out. In all the time, I saw no one at all.
He was here. Question is, how long ago?
And now, the award-winning Guiding Light.
That was some long phone call Mr. McCord had. It was about an hour and a half.
Mom.
Yes, he missed his whole lunch.
Mom, did you notice something funny when Mrs. Renfield came in and told Mr. McCord that he had a phone call?
Funny, no?
The phone did not ring. Now, I have an extension in my room. Now, when there's a call, the phone rings. So that means that either Mrs. Renfield is lying or that there's another phone in this house that I don't know about it. And if there is, it's probably in Mr. McCord's room because that's the only room in the house that I have not been in.
Oh, that's a very good policy, dear. Keep it up.
Now, I was up there this morning and I got a peek inside his room, Mother. It was really dark and very, very creepy.
Nola, what are you doing peeking inside his bedroom?
Well, there was a big box that was delivered this morning, right? So I had to find out what to do with it. I went up to his room, I knocked, right? No answer. I call out, no answer. All of a sudden, I reach for the door. There's Mr. McCord, there's Mrs. Renfield. They surrounded me. I was scared to death. So there must be a reason why they don't want me in Mr. McCord's room. Obviously, poor Rosa was never in there either.
Who is poor Rosa?
Poor Rosa was this girl that had the same job that I did when they were living at some monastery in Italy. And the reason that I know this is that she made some type of inventory. And it's not very helpful because she didn't know very much English at the time. Now, under the heading of Mr. McCord's bedroom, there is nothing listed. Obviously, she was never in there. Or maybe she did go in there, and that's the reason that there were all those stains on the last page of this inventory.
Nola, please stop it. That's enough. Enough of this Sherlock Holmes business. I thought you were cured when you went to the police.
Mother, I can't help it if I'm curious about some things.
Let's change the subject, please.
All right. Why did you bring up my wedding?
Oh, that. Oh, honey, I am sorry. I really didn't mean any harm. I really don't understand why a girl in your position wants to keep such a deep, dark secret of the fact that the man who got you pregnant is interested in taking care of you. I mean, instead of making out that he couldn't care less about what happens to you or the baby.
I don't want them to know that Floyd is the father.
Why?
I have my reasons.
Well, I hope they're not the reasons I'm thinking of. I mean, I hope you're not ashamed of Floyd and that you want people to think he's some movie star or a big doctor or something like that.
I only want to protect Floyd.
Protect him from what?
Because Mr. McCord and Mrs. Renfield are asking far too many questions about the baby, who the father is. I'm afraid if they find out that it's Floyd, something's going to happen to him.
Oh, Nola, I've never heard anything so far-fetched.
Mother, it is not far-fetched. I happen to know that this poor Rosa was pregnant. So Mr. McCord must have something about hiring young pregnant girls to do, I don't know what.
Wait a minute. I don't want to hear another word about this. I should never, it's my fault. I should never have let you go to see all those creepy movies when you were an impressionable little girl. Your brother told me, he was right. He told me it was going to warp your mind, and it has warped your mind. Oh, boy, listen, I don't want to hear another word. I don't want to hear a word about Mr. McCord or Mrs. Renfield, nice Mrs. Renfield, or even that poor Rosa, whoever she may be.
Fine. I won't say another word about it. But I happen to know that Mr. McCord has hired a whole string of young girls, and I just...
Oh, Nola, sometimes you say the silliest things.
Sometimes, yes.
I brought you some coffee.
Thank you. Oh, lunch was delicious.
But I'm so glad you enjoyed it, Mrs. Reardon.
So, I see there are only 2 cup and saucers. Isn't Mr. McCord going to join us?
I'm afraid not.
Is he still on the phone?
Oh, goodness, no. He had a very short conversation with his colleague, then he packed and left while you were having lunch. He didn't want to disturb you.
Oh, Hope, I wish you'd sit down and have some coffee.
I hate to see you so upset, dear. I can't shake that awful feeling I woke up with, Grandma. It has been with me all day long, and it's just getting stronger. I am sure Alan is in some sort of terrible danger, and I feel so helpless because there's nothing I can do about it.
I'm sure it's just nerves, Hope.
Grandma, right before dinner, I was sitting out here, and I was feeling a breeze, and then all of a sudden I thought I heard something. So I turned toward the French doors, and I looked, and I thought I saw Alan standing there, all hurt and miserable, and I don't know, Grandma, the sight of it is something I can't seem to shake.
Oh, sweetheart, I'm sure it's largely because we're cut off from everything way up here. Because my imagination has been playing tricks on me all day, too. Honey, you may not want to hear this, but I've got to tell you that I'm just as worried about Michael as you are about Alan. They've been gone 3 days, and we haven't heard a word. Of course, what frightens me the most is thinking about whoever it was who pushed Manuel out of the car and beat him up and took the map and now knows where Alan is headed.
Grandma, I have been doing my best not to think about this, but I am sure now that it must have been the same man who followed Alan and me around Puerto de la Cruz and was staring at us. And it must have also been the same man who came up here and walked around the house and who opened the nursery windows the night Emily thought she heard him outside. I mean, I'm just terrified at the thought of what might have happened to Alan Michael.
Don't think about that. I'm just so grateful that we have the gun and that Emily knows how to use it.
Grandma, I mean, Alan Michael's out of danger now, but that man, whoever he was obviously after Alan. And now that he's got the map, he may have found Alan by now, and...
Surprise! Hi.
I thought I was going to pick you up. Why didn't you call?
Well, I was, but then Ed offered me a ride home, so I thought I'd let you give your driving skills a rest. Oh, thank you. You know, Morgan, I want to apologize for being so short with you on the phone when you called, but Justin was called home in some kind of emergency.
What?
Well, he was, something about Jackie. I don't know. He was very upset about it. Anyway, he was giving me last-minute instructions, and the phones were ringing and everything.
It's okay. I understand. I just wanted to tell you the good news about Ben.
What good news?
He's all right. Mother and Eve heard from him by mail, and, Amanda's so excited.
Oh, great. I just hope she finds him.
Did Ed say anything to you today about Bert or Hope?
No, he doesn't know anything at all, and he's very worried. You know, this just makes me realize how much I have to be grateful for, you know. We may not have all the money in the world, Lord knows we don't, but what we do have, I wouldn't trade for anything else.
Neither would I.
Yeah, well, I'd better go take a shower, and then I'll help you with dinner, okay?
I wanted to talk to you about dinner. Since you're home at 7, and that's almost a record for you, I thought maybe it wouldn't be nice if we went out to dinner tonight, to the hideout. Floyd's singing there, and everyone at the hospital is going.
I think it's a great idea.
You do?
Yeah.
I had all these excuses set up on trying.
Well, save your breath. I think we can both use a night out, don't you think?
You know, if you could get a set schedule from Justin, Josh said that you could sing at the hideout on a regular basis. And we could really use the money, and that way we could make a tab.
Well, hey, wait. You know, in our current financial situation, I think that charging anything, even dinners, is not such a hot idea.
I guess so.